Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Redneck Light. Today we're going to be putting new marker lights on the Charger. For aesthetic purposes, the orange and red right on the outside of the car is kind of out of place. It's really kind of a black emblem, purple paint. So we're going to fix that and make it look just a little bit cooler. So let's get started. So to give you an idea, the marker lights from the factory are these big reflectors with one LED right in the middle there. And, you know, it doesn't look bad. I mean, the Charger's a good looking car from the factory, but considering the back's kind of a smooth red glow, it would make more sense to have something kind of smooth and sleek on the side markers as well. Which is where this kit comes in. I got these, if you saw my recent Amazon Vine video, I got these, which are LEDs that go all the way down, and when they're off, they're black. These are real easy to put. It's basically 2 screws and a plug. The tricky part is going to be getting to where we can actually unscrew them. So looking at the service manual, it literally says to basically take the inside plastic protector here and just kind of pop these body pins out and then just push it out of the way enough to where you can get a screwdriver behind here. I'm going to start taking these little body pins out. Now, yours may be different depending on what year you have, but they should just be these ones where you can stick a screwdriver in, kind of move them up a little bit. You should be able to pull it out. And as long as you don't break it, you should be able to reuse it by just pushing it back in and pushing that pin down. If you do break these, they sell these at any O'Reilly Auto Parts store and they're really cheap, so just get new ones. This one as well. Some will be looser than others. Get yourself some body tools. Make your life a little bit easier pulling these little pins out. Alright. One thing that's really convenient to have are these little nylon plastic pry bars and things. These won't scratch your car if you slip, so you can kind of go a little ham on things. I mean, you don't want to go crazy obviously, but here we go. There. So what I'm going to do here is zip tie it to my wheel just to keep it out of the way. Pull it back here. And like I said, that should bend right back into place. These are pretty flexible. At least they should be flexible depending on how old your car is. This is only 4 years old and it's still very pliable. Okay, they're Torx bits, and I'll, let's see, what is this? A T25H. Manage this back here if you've got a shorter screwdriver. Might make it a bit easier, but as long as you can kind of wiggle it in there and finagle it, you should be able to get it out. It's really hard to get the angle right on this, especially if I'm trying to film this. Just kind of keep at it until you work it out, because really I'm pretty sure I can just wiggle my screwdriver in there. Easy peasy. Putting new parts in, always compare old to new. Yeah, so this plug's keyed, so it'll only go in one way. You can even see the tab there at the top. We're going to go with that. Now, before you go to all the trouble of screwing that back in, I mean, it shouldn't be too hard. Just turn your car or turn your lights on just to see how it looks. All the way down instead of just one little super bright one and then the rest reflector. You got it going all the way down. Now, if I had to make one complaint, I wish it was a diffused glow like the rear racetrack. However, I still like this because during the day when it's turned off, it's black. It matches the rest of the black accents of the car. So I like it. It's good. It turns on, so we'll go ahead and screw it in and put everything back together. Yeah, there's no real good way to do this. I will say having the ratcheting screwdriver kind of helps when you're in a weird spot with your hand. You know, kind of hold it and then turn the ratchet driver. There we go. Yeah, I'll say there's no real good way to do this. You just kind of have to keep at it till it's done. Now we got to put this back thing back. Try not to screw up my rim. I'm going to shove these little plastic pieces under here. A little bit of this up here I got to shove back under my fingers here. A lot of it'll just kind of pop back in. And anywhere you have trouble, like I said, use your little nylon body tool to kind of get things back in place. For the push pins, when it's time to push them back in, take this little top piece all the way back out. That'll let you squeeze this piece. Then you can push back in the hole. Might take a little bit of finagling to do. Hold the this piece down. Then you can push the top part. That'll hold it in place. Now, you might accidentally pull it all the way out. Don't panic. You just put it back in. Now, last thing, you probably smeared all kinds of grease and whatever from yourself on your car while you did this. Take a clean cloth. Just kind of wipe it off. I'm going to take it for a car wash tomorrow. But, yeah. Not bad. Not bad looking at all. Here's a better angle to look at it, but like I said, it matches the rest of the aesthetic of the car. However, still serves its purpose as a side marker. Old side marker for reference, does the job but doesn't look good. New side marker, sleek and cool. All right, now we have the rear. We don't have the advantage of moving the wheel out of the way, but there's a little bit more space back here. Just 4 there, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now this thing will kind of fold out of the way. I swear I'm not sponsored by LTT. It would be nice if I was, but much shorter screwdriver. Again, I should probably, this would be a lot easier with like a stubby screwdriver. There's the rear one out. We're gonna take our screwdriver blade, lift up on that tab, and then push. Oh, it doesn't want to come out. Oh, there we go. So I lifted up the tab, and then I just had to push on the side to slip it out. One, plug it in. Ooh, that one clicked real nice. I don't know what was wrong with the other one. Oh yeah. Tool out of my arsenal here. It's a right angle drill bit. Basically, you put the bottom end into a drill, and then the top end you're able to turn at a right angle. This is a great tool for this exact situation, but be warned, you have no control of the torque. It'll slip, it'll mar things. By the time I pull this tool out, I've been struggling for a long time, so just take your time and definitely go slow. Otherwise, you will strip the head of the screw faster than anything else with this. Like I said, you have basically no control, and only the drill clutch slipping that you hear. That's by design, so you don't strip anything. Whoops, wrong direction. There we are. I think we got it. Again, if you can get a screwdriver back in there, if you've got a stubby ratcheting screwdriver, that would probably be perfect for this. If you're gonna barrel through with a power drill like I am, for the love of God, be slow to get our plastic back where it needs to go. Plus, all the push pins are the same. One thing you might notice on the front is some of the push pins are a little bit different. Give her a wipe. That looks pretty good. Complemented by the front. Oh yeah, that's very good. That looks a whole lot better than that. And during the day, they just blend into the car. I'm really pleased with how that looks. Okay, so while I was doing the other side of the car, I broke one of my push pins. You're bound to break these, especially as they get old and brittle. So just keep that in mind. Have a kit of these. Oh yeah, we're in business now. So hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, aesthetically speaking, these are pretty good. During the day, they'll just blend into the car, and at night, they look nice. So I haven't done a ton of cosmetic mods. Years ago, I put these little script emblems that I like on it, but I'm really pleased with how these turned out, so I might do a few more cosmetic mods. If you got any suggestions, add them in the comments for me. I don't want to do anything too obnoxious, like I don't want to smoke out the headlights or anything like that. That's not really my style. Like I said, if you have any suggestions, put them in the comments. Everything I use, this kit, I'll put in the description. It's pretty easy to do. It took me about an hour. Had to use a few different tools. I'll definitely link the right angle adapter for the drill. That was a big help. You can do it with a regular screwdriver if you got a short enough one, but that makes it a whole lot faster and easier. So like, subscribe, support me by using my affiliate links, and check out some of these shots of the Charger. And if you're curious on how it looks during the day, pretty dang good.